Your short film, I can't say enough about it. Honestly, it was one of those ones that you just sat there, and most people have experienced what you portrayed on screen. Can you tell my viewers a little bit about the plot?
Well, it is the end of an online date, and a guy and a girl are sharing a cab on the way home, and it plays with the idea that you don't really know who you've just spent the last few hours with when you meet someone online for the first time. So to say any more kind of gives it away, but yeah, let's just say that there's a little bit of falsification involved.
Was this coming from a personal experience at all?
Not well. I mean, I've done online dating before, and certainly I have encountered people who have been less than honest about who they are in real life versus what their profile is. But specifically, no. I just thought of the idea. I thought of one little twist that happens, and from there, the rest of the story just grew.
And I mean, the beginning of it, there's about I'd say an 8-minute scene where they are just talking there. You know that they've just been on a date together, getting to know each other, but like you said, they haven't really. They don't know the true person they're speaking with, I guess. There is a twist at the end that I don't want to give away. How do you come up with something that extreme? Where does that idea come from?
That's a good question. I don't know. I suppose as I just wrote it. Writing is sort of like it's like problem solving to me. So I know I want to get to a certain point at the end, and I want to know, okay, how do I reach this point? Starting at this point, how do I get to this point? And I just sort of fill in the gaps, and I don't know where it comes from. I'm really into filmmakers like the Coen brothers, and I like dark humor and stuff like that. So it certainly comes from that type of sensibility.
Yeah, you can kind of see that when it comes to the ending there. Now, for a short film, I mean, you could have taken this idea and ran with it and made a feature. What makes you stop and think, you know what? Let's give them a taste of what I can do. Let's give them a short.
Well, money for one thing. This is the first short I did in a long time, many years since I was in school. So it was kind of a warm up. I would like to work up to a feature, but got to slowly build your confidence and give. I wanted to give myself some practice just to see if I could start with a small story, and then with each subsequent short film, I want to make things a little more complicated, a little longer, and then just sort of work my way up to a feature-length film. But this one, the story I found just kind of came together in a neat and tidy way. Where it ended, it could have kept going for sure, but where it ends, it is a clean ending as well.
And when it comes to putting something like this together and doing the short film, obviously any project you do, you're hoping that it's going to get some sort of recognition. Did you ever expect to be bringing it to the Vancouver International Film Festival?
No, I mean, I was really flattered that it got selected. Especially we did it on a critically low budget as well. So yeah, for something as big and well known as prestigious as VIFF, yeah, I didn't expect it. I really didn't know what to expect when I put it out there. I didn't know if anyone would like it or connect with it. I knew I was happy with it, and that was good enough for me. And this is all just icing on the cake.
I think honestly you were able to connect with quite a few people. I'm sure nowadays, more often than not, you're going to reach somebody that's been through the online dating, and there's always that person that's going to lie about their height or whatever the case may be. Of course, not to the extremes you went to, but I definitely think it will reach people, and hopefully people will continue to get out there and get to see it. I want to know how long it took you to shoot this short film.
We shot it over 2 nights.
2 nights.
Yeah, it was very quick. It was written, shot, and edited all within a month. And that was one of the goals for it, was to see how fast I could put it all together. Film takes so long, and that to me is one of the worst aspects of it. I like to move fast. I like to get things going as quick as possible. So 2 nights, and then editing for about a week, and then it was done.
And do you ever sort of surprise yourself with how fast you can come up with something?
Yeah, it tends to be, the faster I write something, the better it is usually. When I'm really thinking about it and laboring over it, it tends to be something I scrap. And this was just, it was just one night. I was home alone, and I just thought, oh, I got an idea, and I wrote it out. And a couple drafts later, it was good.
And it was good.
Thank you.
And now you've got a bit of a preview on YouTube that people can see. The short film is called The Lamp. Is there anywhere else at this moment that people can see a little bit more of it?
No, festivals don't really want you to have the full thing online. They're a little wary about selecting a film that's already out there on the internet. So after it's played a few more festivals, there's a few more coming up, and once it looks like I'm done submitting it, then I'm just going to put it out online for free for anyone to see.
And have you been accepted to a few more, or are you still waiting to hear back from those?
I've got a few more. There's the Toronto After Dark Festival, which is happening in a couple weeks. I believe my film's screening on the 24th of October, and there's one in Edmonton called Dead Fest, and I'm not too sure what the date for that is. And I found out today it got accepted to, it's called the Toronto International Short Film Festival.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Now you've done this. You've put your heart and soul into it. You've done 2 screenings here. After seeing how well it was accepted, let's say, do you still get nervous going into another festival, going into another screening?
I probably will. I don't think I'm going to be nervous, but then the second I know it's on, like, because there's a little bit of sound before the picture comes up, and as soon as I know it's mine, I definitely get that feeling like I'm going on stage and performing or something, which is crazy. I'm sitting in a dark room, nobody knows who I am, but yeah, it is. I don't know. I don't know why. I'll probably get over it, but it's a good kind of nervous. I enjoy it.
And once this whole short film circuit is finished, with this one in particular, do you sort of just toss that project to the side and say, okay, I've done that, now let's move on to the next one?
Definitely. I think it's important to mentally not dwell on any one project, especially if it's had some success, like The Lamp. I think it's easy to get bogged down on that, just thinking about, okay, I got to duplicate that kind of success. I got to get it in, the next one into some more festivals, and you can end up putting a bit of pressure on yourself. That's not the good kind of pressure. So once I'm satisfied that it's played enough festivals and I'm ready to move on to the next project, I want to just put it out of my mind entirely, and just sort of use it as a calling card, to try to get funding for other things.
And do you already know what your next project will be?
I have a few short films planned. I've actually shot and finished another one, but that one hasn't been sent out to festivals yet. It was just finished. So yeah, I've got another 2 scripts waiting to get shot. Yeah, I just like to move quickly.
Awesome. Well, I hope I get to see those as well, because like I said, this one blew me away. It was amazing. I really enjoyed it. I have one more question that I try to ask each of my guests.
Okay.
It's actually about your sock choice.
Okay.
I believe that you can tell a lot about a person by the color of their socks and what style they choose to wear. So I'd like to know what you're wearing today.
Well, if you'd like to see them, they are...
Very nice.
Yeah, gray and black. That tends to be me. I tend to have a lot of grayscale in my wardrobe, and yeah.
You've actually matched it to your shoes and your hat.
Yeah, that's
I like
an accident.
it. No, it's not, right? There's a lot of thought that goes into sock choice.
Definitely. I see a lot of people with really wacky socks these days, like guys with nice suits, and then they have these crazy socks. So that's kind of inspired me. I want to start getting a little more out there with the socks, getting a little more confident with that.
I am happy to hear that. Next, you need like some bright blue, bright pink, the neon colors, hey?
And SpongeBob, SquarePants, I'm game for whatever.
Awesome. I might have to send you a pair. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
It was a
very
pleasure
much.
meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.